Welcome to Atlanta. Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Community Junior Honor.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? When we're talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere of it and one that is not me. It's beef, we shred a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach you with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a goat, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They bring out the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe. Connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this. Nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game. These niggas lame. State bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same. You want the easy pass? Tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire. You can't stand the rain. Take an aim. Tell him runner he can try his best. Drive a car named after me. That's why I'm in the vet. Laughing these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number one at everything I do. That's why I'm one less. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10, I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick. I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. You hear now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now. And I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am on. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look.
The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
I got big rank, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you need chance, lil' fame, I won't walk, not the same, for wrong, these people, for wrong, I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, for wrong, pussy ass, purple ass niggas, man, for wrong, they get your born ass right, niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You that scare rag, cowed ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah, all these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. You a dumb ass, scare ass, one little body bitch. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know nigga don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass dirty ass little damn body ass nigga. Get body with the damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. Big rank, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, not the same, for wrong, for wrong, I tell them, nigga, for wrong, you get your shit together, nigga, for wrong, work. I'ma do this shit till I write, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all zot, you little body bitch. And I switch nigga on that thought, little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm stone cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that a zot, you little body bitch. Need a princess Barbara, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah, I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we pay, we new tails, love fame, all on, not saying, fuck wrong.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really.
Yeah, Shalom Israel. There's a peace and officer Sharp, the ISPK under Commanding General Yohana, right? So this is ISPK Trinidad, right? So again, you have Officer Michael here with me and Officer McWyat, right? So you hear these voices on them. This is the other two brothers with me here in class, right? So again, tonight is the Wednesday night ISPK classes in Trinidad, right? So again, tonight we will be talking about the Mosai feast days and them, right, which is coming up the Passover, the annual Mosai 56th annual Passover, right? Will be held with the ISPK, right, in Atlanta, right? So if brothers can make it, you could come down to the school in Trinidad at Morris Street, Point 14, right? So first thing we go let brothers and sisters know, you know, the most I have we feast days and thing, and the reason why I don't know about these feast days and thing is because of the Christian church, right? And when you go to the feast days, you go understand that again, the whole Bible, and you know, no matter where you go, it's talking about one people, that the nation of Israel, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Indians and thing, right? So again, the Most High was always warning me and thing, right? And because we Christian leaders, we don't know about the Passover, we don't know about the Feast of Unleavened Bread, we don't know about the Feast of Trumpets, we don't know about the Feast of Tabernacles and thing, right? Because everything would just lead back up to the children of Israel and thing, right? And again, even that the things of the Most High set up, we don't even know, and we don't even know we identity and all too again. So we kind of that nations, we kind of that name from other nations like African American, Jamaican countries and thing, right? When every other race know who it is, and again, the black man again destroy for lack of knowledge, right? So give me Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Can.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will forget thy children.
Again, the reason for all is again, because again we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and again because we Christian leaders, again no difference in the scriptures we have seen like the scribes and the Pharisees and things. These are we Christian leaders today, the scribes and the Pharisees and things, right? All about the pockets. So today would have be like, you know, the Romans and them, right? They're all about, you know, living that livelihood under the Romans. So now when you watch now again, the more or less they're not more or less they're free. And they're still just about the pockets steady and thing, right? Even when you go and watch in America, you see tech the TD Jakes, the Creflo Dollar and thing, right? Even down here you have as Bishop Gordon, we have um this what is popular one from Chabonas name Pasta Coffee, right? We have Pasta Coffee and thing, right? And again, they're filling up the we filling up the churches, and again, we thinking we serving the Mosai and we not and thing, right? And really and truly we serving the oppressor, we serving the enemies and them, right? And none of these things again when they check up in the world, again the Mosai never set up for we to serve these things on them, right? And the Mosai have these feast days set up for we to serve, right? So when you go through the things again, you will see in the verses, again that the Mosai have things set up for the children of Israel, right? The blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Indians, right? So again, we will start off with give me Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. Right.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right. Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right. So when you go and watch these things again, right? The Most High warning, and he talking to China Israel, he wasn't talking to these other nations and them, right? So all through the verses, he say all these different prophets and them, right? Even Christ and all to Christ say come for the lordship of the house of Israel again, right? This is the black Hispanic and Native Indians. We learn not the way of the heathens and them, right? But we fully learn the way of the heathens and them, right? Because when you watch today, you ask anybody, hey, you know about the Mosai Passover? No. You ever celebrate the Mosai Passover? No. You ever celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Which we right now just a couple of days away from celebrating it with the ISUPK, right? They knows nothing about it and thing, right? And all the other feasts, feast of dedication, feast of tabernacles and thing, right? But every one of the every one of the oppressors' holidays and thing, right? So we fully learn the oppressors' holidays and not the Mosai feast days on them, right? So when you go and watch now, you're going to see now, hey, and things already don't make sense. We are New Year's Day and thing, right? They God at Jonas and thing, right? But God at beginnings and ends. So no wonder again we full up the Christian church. We full up the Christian church when for the New Year's and thing, right? And that really just a Roman God and thing, right? And really and truly now, this is the time again at the beginning of months and thing, right? Wrong March and April. This will be really the month of Abib and thing, right? We will see in the scriptures and thing, right? They will know you get your April Fools and thing, right? So when you go and watch now, like the people who was they know that the time April was the wrong April and March was be the first month of the for the year, and for these people now was still keeping that time at the first month of the year, and now again they mock them. So now they will get the April. They get all the April Fools now. When you go in the scriptures now, you will get to understand again that what the first month of the year is really between March and April and things, right? So now again we fully aware that black people that don't even know the things the Mosai set up and all too. They even know that hey, this was really just the oppressors white supremacy, colonizing and thing and changing times and seasons. This as in Daniel 7:25 and thing, right? So again, we don't know the time, the things the Mosai set up again, right? Because again, we all up in the Christian church, and again when they go on watch now, all the founders of this Christian church is the oppressors and them. It's not black people. The Jehovah Witness, the Seventh-day Adventists, the Catholics, the Church of Christ, the Pentecostal, the Anglicans and them, right? All these are the oppressors and them. These people set up the churches again to revive the other nation and things like that, segregation and things like these are tools to segregate we. And again, that's teaching we brothers and them what they want to hear and not the truth and things like that. And this is why again black people do not know the Mosai feast days and things, right? So again, and we love to say when it comes to Christians, they're not about the Old Testament and thing, right? But again, now they're all up in the new and thing, right? And we go just go now to show that again. You know, even with Christ again, Christ kept the Passover, and also with all the other prophets and even Paul and all kept the Passover, kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread and thing, right? So we'll just go in the New Testament now and later on we just come back in the Old, right? So again, this is really most I say, follow not the way of the heathens and things, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's time now, you know, you really move away from these things because all these things will just keep you broken and things like all these holidays, New Year's Day, Carnival, Valentine's Day, we have Easter coming up a few days. Things already don't make sense when you go and watch. They're having Easter eggs and things, right? I go and watch again Rabbit's Dole egg, and we're really celebrating is a Roman god named Astarte. When you go and watch now, the egg really represents this woman's breasts. And she have many breasts. A woman, she have about 20 breasts and thing, right? And that we're really celebrating today and thing, right? The Easter and thing, right? And have nothing to do with the Most High and things, right? So we will just go in the scriptures again. So we'll go to Luke chapter 2 and verse 40, right?
Come on. The book of Luke chapter 2 and verse 14.
40.
2 and 14?
40.
48?
No, 40. 40.
2 and 40, Salakia. Yeah. This is the book of Luke chapter 2 and verse 40. And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of the Most High was upon him. Verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
All right. So when you go to verse 40, you know, this is Christ being a young man and thing, right? And they say that he grew wax and he grew strong and spirit, filled with wisdom of the grace of the Most High and thing, right? So now Christ is a young man, right? Now his parents went up to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. So again, every year now, this is Christ's parents. This is Mary and Joseph. And Elaine, you know that hey, every year when the Passover comes, they go to the Passover and all too. So again, when coming to your Christians and things, Christ did keep the Passover. The Christ was never about done away with the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments and things too. So just as old, when you go back and all with these other prophets, even with Moses, they're going back again, how they keep the Passover. But when the event happen and they continue doing it just as the Most High says, so even it come down to even Christ and all too. So Christ didn't done away with the Passover, just as you're seeing how the Christian church again, nobody Passover in the Christian church. So they might just hear about it in the scriptures again, right? And now you're seeing that again. Even Christ as a young man was celebrating the Passover with his parents and things, right? So they say that go to verse 41.
The book of Luke chapter 2 and verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
And the feast of the Passover, and this is the biggest feast for the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The feast of the Passover, right? This is the biggest feast for the nation of Israel, right? Go to verse 42.
And when he was 12 years old, it was 42 years old. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
Right, so when you're 12 years, that's how you're seeing again, right? So that's about 12 years, right? A young man and thing, right? No, this is where they say, well, he really and truly now is a young man and thing. And you see now again with the parents, he have awareness of the customs and thing, right? So your memory, he ain't lost his memory at that and thing. Not like 2 or 3 years, 4 years and thing, right? Now he's about 12 years. So now you go remember now that even from when I was 11, 10, 9 years, my parents and I'm going up. So this time around, he would know, hey, wrong this time here. Hey, there's There's the Passover. And now there's the same thing now should be happening to return and all too. They might not have the date, but they're gonna know, hey, somewhere around this time here, again between March and April. Hey, there's the Mosai this is the Mosai Passover. We should be keeping and thing, right? That should be having that spirit. You know, like now when coming to the customs the other nations like Christmas and thing, right? Now again we don't know about the Mosai Passover, but again the children knowing about Christmas and thing when that time come around and thing, right? And that not supposed to be happening. The first thing first is the Mosai and thing, right? We should be seeking first and thing, right? And not the not Christmas. Now we oppress us and them holidays and them, right? So again, in all that spirit, by doing this thing yearly and yearly, you know, when that time we said, no, hey, we said to my parents, hey, daddy, when the Mosai Passover coming and thing, right? It close by, you know, they're preparing to eat a lamb, to eat unleavened bread, to drink with the friends and the family, that gathering, right? Where to verse 40, where to verse 43.
Come on, verse 43. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it.
Right, and when the time come now, so that just showing you how big you know, that you know they have a train and thing. And the only way that you're walking down the road and normal business and your child go get lost and thing. And I just to show that again, this was a big gathering for the children of Israel and things. So when you go and watch, like, you know, how they say it, boy, something big that you know your children might they might lose them and thing, right? It's something like a big event, you know, like you just say like you say, like, you know, children, they go keeping a football match and thing like that, and everybody go and support it now, and every now the football match finish now, and thing like that, and time to go and thing like that, just in a blink of your eye. You just have your son there with you, and there's movement, your son just disappear in front of you and thing, right? And now you know looking for him, and you realize now he not there and thing. So that's just how big this thing was and thing, right? But this it's way bigger than this children they go playing some team maybe that's for the World Cup to qualify for the World Cup or something. Right. Way bigger than that and thing, right? So again, that is to show that even that now Christ was lost as a youth man in front of his mother and father. They didn't know where to go and look for him and thing, right? They're going to check back now, you know with him. They don't know when they lost him and all too, right? And that's just to show again, even from Christ as a youth man, Christ was celebrating the Passover with his mother and father. So again, as he get bigger and thing too, that done in him already to keep the Mosai Passover and thing like that. Same thing should be going on with children today and what to that spirit should be coming with them, knowing that every year, hey, this time come around, we keep it not knowing the oppressors and them holidays, no Christmas, no Valentine's Day, no Carnival Day and thing. We might shouldn't be focused on it, but all these things that's focused to take the black man money and right. Get these other nations rich. And then I can have nothing to do with the Mosai. And then the Mosai himself blessing these things and then with the Mosai with these other nations are set up for black people following, right? So again, Christ did keep the Passover as a youth man. Now we will go now to show that even big, as he's a big man now, he still kept the Passover. And that's why we should be keeping the Passover still, right? So give me John chapter 11 and verse 1.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 1. Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. Verse 2. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet. Sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. Verse 4. And when Yahushua heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of the Most High, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Verse 5. And Yahushua loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. Verse 6. And when he heard therefore that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Verse 7.
Then after that, he said to his disciples, let us go into Judea again. Verse 8, his disciples said unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again?
Right. So again, when you go and watch now, this is again one of the miracles and thing. Christ was what Christ did and thing, right, where he ended up healing Lazarus and thing, right. So again, this again, not just that Christ now speaking the words that the Most High and thing, right. This is what I think now what happened now. He started to do miracles, and one of the miracles he do was to heal Lazarus and thing, right?
Right.
Now a lot of people now start start to follow Christ and thing, right? And at the same time, always you always have that too again. Some people doing so good, they'll still have haters for just not even doing them nothing, you'll have haters. And all to the same way and thing to the same, but nevertheless again. It even happened with Christ. Christ never did nobody no wrong, and right, and he still had haters, he still had people crucified to death and all too, right? So again now let's that how the people know how Christ had a big following and thing too, right? So a lot of people know again now this is not great now it was easy now to see what the scribes and the Pharisees was about now again, because now they're seeing this man all they were doing for so much of years. This never they never get this amount of people now to be following them. And Christ now come on the scene speaking the word of the Most High and now even healing people now. So now this word spreading like wildfire and thing here now, right? And with all this now, he's still serving the Most High and he's still giving the recognition to the Most High. And thing, right? He never take no recognition for healing Lazarus and things, right? So everything he did it in the eyes of the Most High and things, right? So again, there's now again people now believing on Christ, following Christ because of the word and the miracles he's doing, right? Skip me down to verse 45.
Book of John, chapter 11 and verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahweh did believed on him.
So many of the Jews, right, they see the things Yahweh did, Christ did, and they believe on him, right? And things too, right? So not just the word, the miracles he do, and also so more people know again it's spreading, right? Go to verse 46.
Verse 46. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahweh had done.
So again, no, so they're going to the Pharisees and things too again and telling them now, hey, Christ healing people, and this man really is really the son of the Most High, and thing, right? What it is, I know what it is, but this year, you have to know, and thing, right? And this now this praise is something because that ain't happening. They never see that happening. So now and the people now to be claiming over the people, they never seen nothing like this and all too. So they're going now to the people who they're looking over as priests and prophets and thing, right? With the scribes and the Pharisees, and now the letting that people following this man, again. And that just to say like when you watch like Django. Whoever watch the movie Django and thing, right? You go see again like that Samuel Jackson accolade. That's some people just no matter where they do this, they love the oppressor and thing, right? They see the people dying,
right?
And thing, right? And they still love the oppressor. They're finding what kind of excuse that they should be around the oppressor and thing. And you know what happened here? It's like they're going to start snitching now. They're going to start snitching Christ before they just say, you see this here, but you have to follow this man. They're still going to the scribes and the Pharisees and thing, right? So they support the scribes and the Pharisees, right? Go to verse 47.
The book of John, chapter 11, verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we, for this man doing many miracles?
Yes, and now they're reaching out. This man really just said, no, that's about here. They're not just about they gossip and thing. They believe now with the people on them. They believe with the people on them seeing here now one thing, right? Hey, this year going on cause a problem here now, because This man come in here, he talking the word of the Most High, and people more or less believe in the things the man saying. What we talk is like, they say Christ come like a quickening spirit and thing. Now you go see like how this brother in the class Officer Michael here that we know, when he break down something, he's going depths that you understand it and thing. You go see like, hey, you go say like how Christ say, hey, Moses said do it no fish with scales. Now you go say so in depth you go to say that hey, the scales go protect you from the fish from all the other things out there and things say like and how Christ now speak now is like hey, oh this man is like you just can't say nothing. Like if the Christ is the man on the scene and thing, right? So not just with the word that we talking and all to that quickening spirit, just as Christ say, hey, as he talk, it's like, nobody can beat back that. Right. That's what he's saying, right? And that's where with these things and all too, and with the miracles and all too, again, that next one come up with him now. So just say, yeah, boy, this man really a man of the Most High. And still without let him taking no recognition. Everything he do, you always say, hey, in the Most High name and thing, right? Go ahead.
John chapter 11 and verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Right. So again now, what we now these scribes and Pharisees, the under the Romans getting all the niceness and things. So no difference again when we pastors and them again they'll never talk about the Most High Passover, the Most High Feast of Unleavened Bread and thing, right? They'll never talk about the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments in the Catholic Church. You eating pork, you eating crab, you eating shrimps, you eating chicken, you eating lawful and non-lawful. But again, in your certificate, you only eat lawful things again. Right? Again, all these things again. Now, when he speak now, you go like, hey, nah, you can't do what you want, and thing, right? But again, this is what happens in the Christian church. The Christian church is let people do what they want, and thing, right? The Christian pastors is teach for the congregation, not for the Most High, and things, right? And you see now again now. Now they go realize, hey, you're going on, you have a business now, your business, you're striving. For some reason now, this person come right next to you now and you're realizing, hey, you're going on. Hey, this person selling cheaper and you have a problem here, you have a problem, you're starting to lose sales this week, And now you see, again, what happening with these guys and the Pharisees. The Christ and you see now, it's like, hey, this man done having a gathering here right now, and the people around them things are much less for when he started to move, and he had to move now. So again, more people now go follow and thing, and it go spread. And thing I said, now they're thinking, hey, how we gonna stop this man? How we gonna stop this man? And not only for this and alone too, right? Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 11, verse 49, and one of them named Caiaphas, being the highest priest that same year, said unto them, Ye know nothing at all. Verse 50, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation not perish.
Yeah, so again, that is like when you watch now again, like, the thing what they say now is like, hey, there's a different level of brotherhood and thing, right? Nothing like you never seen before that this man should really come now and really die for this nation and thing, right? So some people had a children and thing, right? And they don't self-sacrifice themselves for the children and thing, right? Just imagine a man, the children hungry and thing, right? And again, it's like, hey, you should be like, making sure them I'm sure anytime, I go pass through the night, I go still make it through the morning. I go get something in the morning, let them turn and them eat something, right? But this is sacrifice of Christ, Christ had for the nation of Israel. And also again, it was told him that he will die for the nation of Israel, right? To the Most High and thing, right? So you know what he had was to do one thing, right? But now again, when you go and watch the spirit, how the scribes and Pharisees is like, hey, the spirit this man here, we do have this spirit here, this man have here, and thing, right? So now it's like, hey, we go pour up ourselves here. Something, right? Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 11 and verse 52. And not, and verse 51. And this spake he, not of himself, but being the high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation. Verse 52. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that was scattered abroad.
So again, when you go watch now the scribes and the Pharisees, again, they know the history what happened to the children of Israel. No difference that when you go into Deuteronomy 28 and think that that we are scattered abroad. So when we go back in Jerusalem, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they did see Christ and thing, right? So this is what the scribes and Pharisees talking about here now, that the other 12 tribes, the other 9 tribes, they left and thing, right? And they're the ones who were scattered all in the West Indies and South America and thing, right? So this is what the people was talking about, that these other the other nations and them, not only for the black people around in Jerusalem and thing, right? Also for them who also for the blacks, the Hispanics and them, right? Which is which also is the nation of Israel. We have like Naphtali, Argentina to Chile. We have Asuka, the Mexicans. We have Asha, the Colombia to Uruguay, right? We have Ruben, the Senegalian, them more or less in Canada. We have God, the Mexicans, right? We have Semulon, right? So these again the people who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel and things, right? So again, not right. That when we see other nations and things, and the scriptures going, it's looking like it going to the other nations and them. No matter where you see it looking like it going, it is the nation of Israel. Because again, this was prophesied again in the beginning of Matthew. Give me Matthew chapter 1 and verse 20 when we come back.
The book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins.
And he shall save his people from their sins. And then so again, when you go and watch now, who is the people had the law? The nation of Israel. And for you to sin, you have to break the law. So sin is the transgression of the law. So again, this is not talking about these other nations. So don't make it feel like well, there's Jerusalem black thing, and then other nations thing. This was just talking about the nation of Israel. They had a split and thing, right? And that's just what it is. They had a split in the nation and thing, right? So Judah, Benjamin, Levi was in Jerusalem, and the rest of it already left, right? The 9.5, they'd already left, right? So again, not talking about these other nations again, because again, Christ is just prophesying in Matthew 1 and 21 that he died for that nation and thing, right? And who he come for that nation itself, right? Not the other nations, not the East Indians, not the Chinese, not the Africans, not the Arabs, and them, right? For that nation itself, right? Go ahead to verse 52.
The book?
No, my bad, verse 53. Yeah, can, yeah. John 11 and verse 53.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 53. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together for to put him to death. Verse 54. And Yahushua therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but he went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples.
Right, so again, verse 53, as I say again, they took a counsel and they gathered themselves together and decided, we have We have to kill Christ, right? And what people don't know again, we when you go in scripture, the scribes and the Pharisees was same black men, and also right, we are Christian leaders again, right? They're not thinking that they were, everybody might have thinking this is like Caucasians and Caucasian, the Romans and them. Your scribes and your Pharisees were your black black leaders and thing, right? And these are the men wanted to put Christ to death and thing, right? Because again, what Christ was about serving the Most High, loving the nation and thing, right? Not gaining and want to rob the people like we Christian leaders, we Creflo Dollar, we TD Jakes and thing like we Pastor Coffee and them, right? Again, not letting black people know who they is, the things that they celebrate on the face of the on the face of the earth, right? And now knowing that Christ, now knowing that hey, you're going on the spirit of these men and them, he can walk openly and thing, right? Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 55. And the Jews passed over, was nigh at hand, and many went out of the country up to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves.
Right, so verse 55, and the Jew Passover was near. And then right, a couple days we could be celebrating the Passover again, because we know there is something we be celebrating every year when it come about and thing, right? So they're saying again the Jews Passover was near. Now they're saying, hey, if now he could be coming just as the verse could be coming up next to be seen, right? So now they're saying, hey, the Passover near, but hey, you're studying, I wonder if this man could be coming because he's a Jew, and they know Christ is a Jew from the tribe of Judah, and thing, right? That's short for that's short for the tribe of Judah, and thing, right? And also like there's the head tribe. So again, like when you have your father or your big brother and things, some people call you by that name, and also your brother name, your father name and things, right? So no matter like whether it be a Benji, be from the tribe of Benjamin and thing, right? Hey, Judah is your brother and thing, right? So you try to Asuka and thing, hey, yeah, no bother. I could call Asuka, Jew and thing, right? That be big brother and all too, right? So like that was just what it is and thing, right? So the Jews, and then when that day the Jews Passover was there, and there's something we keep every day and thing, right? And this now it should be like, hey, the Christian church should be knowing about this, because these are the scribes and the Pharisees and them, right? Who controlling the churches, and now they're talking about it and things. So again, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they really need to come out the Christian church, I think, because even in the scriptures and knowing, hey, this is the Passover, but how come now you don't know what the Passover and thing, right? So again, something wrong, it ain't adding up and thing, right? So again, you need to come out the Christian church again, because again, all these things that should be taking place here. And then, making sure you get election, making sure you're making your election get picked, and think making yourself get picked in the election under the Most High, and thing, right? Knowing that hey, you're keeping the Passover, you're having brotherhood, you're keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and thing, right? So just as Christ and all too, and thing, the study if he go becoming, right? So as a youth man, you see that you was keeping it as a youth man, keeping the Passover with your mother and your father, and thing, right? And I know again, these people now they know your history, your nation, right? Go ahead to verse 56.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 56. Then sought they for Yahushua and spake among themselves, and they stood in the temple. What ye think, that he will come to the feast?
What do you think this man will come to this feast way? Yeah, the Christ had them on easy, and the planning. But better we go in the wilderness for this man. We ain't seen him around. He's not any scene right now, because like before again, everybody they were Christ to heal people, but right now Christ quiet, and you see they don't know which party is anything right now and thing, right? So again, he had them uneasy, like something you have a man have money for you. And thing, right? You have money, you're going to man money, and for some reason, you can't be a man, like, that this year, CPK necessarily, hey, I just don't know situation. And thing, I tell you, man, hey, I know you have money, but now, and the man might get all the mercy and thing, but now you're hiding from the man now, and now you're making the man feel like, hey, you're ducking him and then tell him man buy something ready come up and I couldn't really gain your money. This week I think I'll get it, next week I think yeah man, he's like, okay, brother, I'm not seeing. But now the man calling your phone, you know what I'm saying? You reach by your home, you're standing there children to come and answer. And tell him, hey, you're not home. I know you're trying, if you're trying to deliver the right message or kind of thing, so you're trying to fumble and thing like that, right? So now, yeah, like this, yeah, you're uneasy now. So like this guy running for they're uneasy. They want to get Christ, right? Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 11, verse 57. Now both the chief priests and the Pharisees had given commandment that if any man knew where he was, he should show it, that they might take him.
So yeah, so now they know the poor bounty, unlike the poor bounty on Christ and thing, right? And things say that's not about any man. This is about money and what we ain't going to just tell somebody, hey. But what Christ and thing whatever, and that's one thing one thing, the poor bounty and Christ said these people now there's money coming behind this whole scene here and thing. I want to find out about this man whereabouts and thing whatever, right? And that just what happened here. They want to kill Christ and thing, right? And now they're saying if he come into the Passover, right? So we go skip to verse we'll go to John chapter 13 and verse 1.
The book of John chapter 13 and verse 1. Now before the feast of Passover, when Yahushai was that, Salakia, when Yahushai knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Most High, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end.
So again, so now we're going to watch in verse 15 and 1. He already know that he come to die for the nation of Israel and thing, right? I know that this year will be the period and thing, right? Where now he go be unalive, he go be losing his life and thing, right? And you know he going out with integrity and thing, right? Be for a nation and thing, right? To the poor, the sick, the humble, every one of the nation of Israel that you know that he go there and really come and we follow the things where he set up for it to do one thing, right? Being that father and thing, right? Being that brother, being that sister and thing, right? So you know the thing, you know that spirit he had and thing, right? Where to verse 2?
Verse 2. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him.
So again now, this is what happened here with Judas and thing, right? This is the man who end up when they talk about the scribes and the Pharisees now, they put a commandment out. This is the man now follow the commandment and thing, right? One amongst Christ itself and also again, right? And it's what happened here. This is the person who end up selling out to the scribes and the Pharisees, letting they know Christ's location and he put on go point out them that this is Christ, right? Go to verse 3.
Verse 3. Yahushai, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from the Most High, and went to the Most High, he raised it up from supper, and laid aside his garments, and took a towel, and girded himself. After that, he poured water into a basin, and began to wash the feet of the disciples, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Verse 6. Then cometh he to Simon Peter, and Peter said unto him, Lord, dost thou wash my feet? Verse 7. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, What I do, thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter.
Right, and this is again now. This is here now again now. You know Christ now knowing that he had to go and thing, right. He had to die and thing, right. You know it had no holding back and thing, right. I know that, Christ now, Peter now again now, he didn't understand what happened there, but again now Peter now go out to be the person now who go out and end up leading the disciples and now again and building the nation Israel. So there's no Christ now again now all the things he taught these men and them now they go out to be going on they know to build the nation of Israel and get free brothers and the sisters and them right and thing right, and they from it reached from Peter, and then after from Stephen, and that's guiding other brothers and them thing even with Paul and all two again it reached again to again and continuing and all two again, right? I know Christ again, he loved the nation and he went out and again because of the Passover again too, he died during the Passover and all to the same way and thing, right? Because again he had that spirit to keep the Most High Passover and all to say even from a youth man, his parents, so even to a big man, he died keeping the Most High Passover, feast on unleavened bread, the Most High statutes and commandments and thing, right? Love the nation and thing, right? And that way the spirit we should be having and all too. So again, when it comes to the Christian church and thing, right? Yeah, you want to follow Christ, yeah, you should be following Christ and everything and thing, right? The brotherhood, the sisterhood, the dietary law and thing, right? Everything you see and thing what the Most High set up, they should be doing because this man followed and that is the example and thing. We have no excuse when for not keeping the Passover. So again, this is who we have to follow. So even with verses with the First Corinthians 11 and verse 1.
Okay. The book of First Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Right. So again, be you followers of me, even also I am of Christ. And also again, so when you go on what you think, the same thing what Christ do, he had men follow him after and things. So Paul was one of them, Peter was one of them, and think men who think and they keep on passing along till they get Timothy and thing like so everything that's breaking down. So you had the ISUPK now again coming out on the streets and letting black brothers know who they is, the things they should be celebrating, and then the ISUPK in hiding. They're doing the same thing what Christ and them was doing and thing, right? They're out on the streets, they gathering the people and them, they put in brothers to look over the schools, just like you see with Paul and thing, and making sure everything in accordance with the Most High set up and thing too, right? And you see the same thing, I keep on going and thing, right? So again, these men and thing, the follow Christ and all too again, right? And the things with the Most High set up Christ to do, same thing coming down the line and thing, right? Go to verse 2.
Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you.
So the same thing went to Paul, same thing coming down to these other brothers and them, the same thing again. Keep all the Most High heritage and thing, right? The nation of Israel heritage, culture, love and thing, right? The same thing. Don't change, no changing and thing, right? And thing like go to verse 3.
Verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua is the Most High.
Right, and there's something very important in this year when coming to sometimes these struggles, sometimes men is be having and things. So sometimes these things and them men and them hear the truth and thing, right? But when coming to the wife now and thing, right, is like the wife controlling them, and this is the Most High learn, that hey, you men and thing, the woman is you is that woman head and thing, right? You is not she head. The woman, yeah, the man is the head of the woman and thing, right? So just like Christ and thing, we head is Christ and thing, right? And Christ's head is the Most High. So there's a difference, and Christ and the Most High is not the same person. So that's how they read in the scripture there. They say that hey, Christ and God is not the same person and thing, right? So again, you woman and then your head is your man, right? Your husband and thing, or your father and thing. And what has happened is this again, right? So some of the brothers and them will find out the truth that hey, Christmas is really a pagan holiday and thing, right? Or carnival and thing, really and truly, hey, you find all the truth and thing, but for some reason now your wife and thing now, she don't want to agree with you with these things and them, and the problem now you're having is with your wife and thing like even with like you're suffering with you want to break away from something and all to the same way, but your wife not standing with you and all to again, right? And this is just one of the problem again. You'll see that some men again now when coming back to the culture, you're seeing them doing things different. You're putting a beard on your face again, right? When you come in the Christian church, you will see that again, the men and them always smooth. And these were them women like and things. Because when they see in the Christian church and things, right? So when you go and watch everything masculine about the Messiah setup, even the feast days and all too, when you watch the spirit behind the feast days and all too, is something masculine and all too again compared to the Christian church things would have set up and all too again, and the likeness of that again is like, hey, these men and them can't move away from these things because the love for the wife and thing, right? But again, but better you love the Messiah than you perish, and then after you churn and them perish under you because of your wife and again men know how to stand up for these things, but again they go break away. You find out, hey, you find the law about a man not supposed to be clean shape in your face when you go and watch the Christian, everybody face smooth. All the men and them face smooth and thing, right? And that's not so. And when you go and watch the spirit behind the men and them, they all in choirs, they're singing soft music and all too again, right? Everything they're soft. But when you go and watch the spirit, how the Moses was dealing with the children of Israel and all too again with Moses and Pharaoh had to go up against Pharaoh. Moses and Aaron had to go up against Pharaoh, and the things there, they're telling the children of Israel and also Pharaoh, and thing like that masculine spirit and thing is totally different in the Christian church. So feminine spirit in the Christian church, you have feminine holidays in the Christian church and all too. Everything that's off and all too, right? So again, we really have to come out the Christian church and all too again, because that's how we lost and all too, right? Right. So again, we had to come and keep the Mosai feast days, the Mosai Passover, the feast of 11 bread, right? So again, we have one part showing again that even when Christ kept the Mosai Passover and all too, he died keeping the Mosai Passover and all too, right? So go to 1 Corinthians chapter. Corinthians right now. 1 Corinthians chapter 5. That's not. Verse 4.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 4. In the name of our Lord Yahushua, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, when ye are gathered together, and my spirit, with the power of our Savior Yahushua, to deliver such and one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of Yahushua.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 6, your glory is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven the whole lump?
Right, so when you go and watch, so this is now again, when you go and watch the breakdown of these things, and then, Christ was before Paul, Moses was before Christ, and then I say, see now again, all these things come down and thing, and you will see again that spirit coming down, it passing over and over the generations and generations and thing, right? So now you see from verse 4, in the name of the Christ, and when you gather together and thing, right? Gather in Christ's spirit and thing, right? Not Satan's spirit, not the oppressor spirit. And then when you go and watch in the Christian church, you will see again, you're done doing something wrong, and again in Christian church, you're celebrating Christmas, you're celebrating Easter. A woman with 20 breasts, but you'll never find a woman walking the road with 20 breasts and thing, right? About she and thing, right? And then after now, you're done celebrating something pagan. When you finish the Christian church, while in the church, the bad talking, the people in the church, and what to say, this all is like, guys, hey, this year, this is not expected that why I set up here and all to again. That lead that out there for them people in the world and thing, right? Lead that for them pagans and them and thing, right? So that spirit and thing, why coming together And then again the feast talking about here, they like, the feast on 11 bread and thing, right? When anybody pass over, they go rolling right into the feast on 11 bread and thing, right? So when you go and watch this again now, it's like, hey, that spirit now, don't come here with that spirit and thing too, right? When you got that, hey, God in the spirit of the Most High and thing, right? Be men, be brothers, be sisters. Look out for one another. You come out of the Christian church, somebody they're about they're right next, they live in about 5 houses away from you and thing, right? Them on foot and your vehicle empty and you're passing them straight and them have to now looking to they have to walk or they have to go and get a taxi. But you know come out the church together. But you in paganism and then after no brotherhood, no sisterhood and thing in the Christian church, right? And there's always saying here, hey, that is Satan and thing, right? So again, Paul left he join out something here, right? And then move away that lump. So you see now that in here, feast on 11 bread talking about here, right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaven the whole lump? Purge out therefore the whole leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even our shy, our Passover is sacrificed for us.
Right, and when you go and watch now Christ like you know that hey, sometimes that one person, and you hear what people say, that one person again could spoil the whole could spoil the whole bunch and all too again, right? That's something that's rotten and they could spoil the whole that person in alignment. That person in alignment they could get you in trouble. And then go in line with somebody where you could learn something, but are you on the right path? And then right, you go in line with people making you smoke and thing, right? They are your junk and all kind of thing. They don't want to stop and thing, right? The conversation off though. They're keeping something, always ending up in some kind of fight and thing to the same and thing, right? So again, hey, glorify yourself and everything you're doing with the Most High and thing too, right? And even when he go on to verse 7 and say, purge out therefore the whole leaven, that you may be a new lump, as you are unleavened. For even in Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us, and Christ is the Passover and things, right? So again, when you go and watch this and also even Christ again, Paul here talking about Christ and all being the sacrifice for the nation of Israel. He the Passover itself and all too again, right? And thing too is again we have to move away from all these things we suffering with and thing, right? Community the place and then now we're gonna learn who we is as people again be new. So even with the 11 bread with Paul, even same thing happen with Christ and all too when you're talking about the baptism and all too, they're bringing all different aspects of that. Hey, you really have to come back to the Most High, start to come and job that you. Christ baptism, John baptism. When you go and watch now, John, he still will tell people, hey, well, let I baptize you. That's somebody who come, who shows you in way to fit and things. So even with John, you're still learning, that, hey, you start you have to repent. And when you go and look up the word repent, you have to move away from things he was doing and all to say. Even Christ now come on the scene, but he did not do what John was doing and thing, right? He had different baptism and thing, right? So the same thing now you're moving away from your building new you. Even with Christ born, they say, hey, can you be born again? When the man asks him, hey, can you be born again? Go back in your mother womb, and Christ telling him no. And then I say, no, you're making a new you again, all right? So Christ, even with Paul, Paul, hey, you here now have to be a new you again. Baptism, same thing here, unleavened bread, and then right now you're a new creature, and then right you're dropping that old you and putting on a new spirit, and then right a spirit of the Most High, spirit of Christ, and then right. Where to verse 8?
Verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feasts, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Verse 9. I wrote unto you in an epistle not to company with fornicators.
All right. So you go on what you see again. So everything, all these things again, what brothers doing here, Christ, Paul saying, hey, why you need to stop this, why you need to come together and thing, right? Look out for one another, help out one another and thing, right? Sacrifice for one another and thing. You know, sometimes you're sleepy. Brother call you and thing, right? You work hard and thing, right? You reach home about 11 o'clock. That day you work hard. And then you reach about 7 o'clock. But you reach up 11 o'clock already. All you can just think about sleep. And then after your brother come and go, you tell your boy, you're going on that boy. I'm a flat tire, my tire flat. Hey, you got to know that they will try anything about then you're going down that road, you're sacrificing yourself and all to that sleeping need. You know what? Die my brother, and thing, right? Die my brother from a nation and die my brother and all too in the spirit of Christ and on the most side. You're going down that road to help your brother and all too in the truth and all too again. You ain't making your brother go and do something wrong and think to it. I think you're sure about something, you're gonna get counsel, about it and think you ain't sure, hey, or you holding up, you ain't sure, you doubt, you ain't going ahead and do it. You're going and find out and all too again, right? You ain't you having a breaks in your mouth to make sure you tell your brother something wrong and all too again, right? Same thing with anything eaten and all too, you're not sure about something and all too. It's like, hey boy, somebody trying to be humble to you, caring to you, they give you a sandwich, but then after now it's like, hey, you don't know the fish. Them ain't sure about the fish, but you still kinda they give you a fish sandwich, but them ain't sure what fish it is and all too again, and you want to think them in a way they really actually trying to be humble to you and thing like that. Them know the truth and all too, hey. Really and truly, I don't eat fish with scale, but if you don't know the thing, but I still think about sincerity, you still want to give me something to eat now, and thing right, and let them know, but I okay eat it, but I still have to know, hey, if this fish has scale or not, and thing too, right? So all these things again, the Paul and trying to know brothers and them, hey, this is how you should be moving and thing, right? And thing right, and putting away that whole lump, that whole you, and putting on a different spirit, right? To serve the Most and to serve Christ, right? Go ahead.
God instead, yet not altogether with fornicators of this world, but with the covetous, or extortioners, or idolaters, for they must needs go out of the world.
Right, and when you go on what these all people again who just break laws and thing, right? So you go fornicators and thing, you go see again these are people on unlawful sex and thing, right? Extortioners and thing, like people like extort people and thing like they gain about money from people the wrong way. And like you get them a job and you're paying somebody for the hard work they're doing and thing, right? They're taking the money the next way from somebody and thing like that. All the trust and thing, like people again, they go and watch again, the worshiping just like we're seeing you, whether carnally or carnal. You're doing you're worshiping things again, but the most I didn't set up to worship. So just like just like Easter right now, it should be celebrating the Passover. Yeah, you're doing them thing, and for that to happen, because I mean in the wrong place. And this is where again your Christian leaders could make you pay the price again for not serving the Most High and thing, right? And again, you should be thinking twice now. You're getting older, you have been training and thing, right? Place hard. And thing like this, be saying about who go really have my back when that time comes. See you going on with Trump and thing, right? Or the place going on be and thing, right? So they're like, it should be really looking going in the place where people go really help my back, be there for me and thing, right? And there's all the things he put in his we for warning for we to know, right? Where the verse 11?
Verse 11. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such as an one, no, not to eat.
So when you want some people that brothers to be at the block and thing and they're smoking that marijuana and thing, right? And that is a law. But the eyes of them, like the brethren, they're wrapping that paper together and not doing that all these things destroying them, the brother Then after now, again, you show your mind and all too. The way you go do with your wife home is totally different from a man serving the most I think the knowledge you pass on to your children it's totally different and all too. And now you're thinking that again, this man is your brother and all too again. You're drinking with that partner and all too the same way. And think again drunk or in fight or in bacchanal and all kind of thing right there and Paul, you know, hey, you gotta stay away from these people and them. You're celebrating holidays and things. Really and truly, you know, talk to that brother, and this is something when the things say you have to have patience, with things, because you know, like you're that person that do like them in the world and thing, right? But again, for some reason, again, like hey, some of them is like you know, that some people will tell them about the Lord's statutes and commandments, and they go say, yeah, but really and truly, you have to stop and thing, and you go say, well, yeah, but it's true, you really seen how to stop and thing, you know, you can still work with that person because again, that's not the time to joke. But then after now, there are some people now, you tell them that smoking not good. Now they're like, okay. Now they're trying to identify things to you that hey, smoking good for you, smoking good for you. The medical people telling you smoking dangerous to health. And then right, they're seeing the effects of some it with people's bodies how it go. But they're still trying to justify thing. Yeah, these are people and them you should stay away from. And then right, they have no good intentions. They want you to go down that road with them and thing, right? And this is the thing about what the most and thing to you. But see our brother. And the most I had them there and all too. The most I had them there for you just to follow that road. Because you go see our brother smoke cigarette. You grow up with him, he smoke cigarette for your entire life. You reach 75, you reach 75. And then right? Yeah, and they go say, by one life I live and you can tell you about smoking, I see you eat healthy. I see you eat healthy from since you young up and now and thing and you healthy and strong and yeah, and you listen to that brother. And after now you see that brother smoking. Boy, me and he grew up together. I think I up to know I see major T. And then right, and that next man, the senior youth man come up. He must be in there about 6 months of smoking. Now he end up a cooking addict. And then the most I just had them right there just for you to thing. And you ain't taking heat your brethren and them. The people who really looking out for the people who love you. And this is how I speak again. It's always tell brother and thing we have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Again, that will keep you alive and thing right. This is how the most I go prolong your days and thing right. And thing right. So again, you have to keep the most I statutes and commandments and thing and really know who you're life in wrong and all too right. Well,
verse 8, Salakia, verse 11. But I know have written unto you not to keep company if any man is called a brother, Salakia, verse 12. For what have I to do to judge them also that are without? Do not ye judge them that are within, but them that are without the Most High judge it. Therefore, put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
So again, there's some people again that do have laws and things right. And when you go and watch them and things, you know something telling them, hey, they do have laws, they do have people teaching them and things, right? And somehow they make a law for themselves that hey, this what I doing here, this what I doing here is wrong. It shouldn't be they shouldn't be doing this and thing, and they had no law and all too again and them then they make a law for themselves and also still with that some people not even having a priest and a prophet wrong them and think they're still conscious minding that hey something this year shouldn't be doing and all too and so with that and all too it's like hey that make you think but not more or less it should be around the people yourself again teaching the law. So you making a law for yourself and all too, but again they go just be there now to make sure you're just following the right thing and all too that again so you go just be a stronger person in your nation, a stronger person for your brother and thing right and again for the Mosai again to continue again being that brother and sister and all too again, right? That's like Paul and all too again, right? And go on watch his spirit and thing, you're thinking that again you're doing something right in your eyes until again try showing that what you're doing wrong and he totally learned back everything, right? I see him again that again we all these things again is for we learning and thing like the Passover is for we learning. When you go and watch and thing is to show again that even with all these other nations and them and thing no matter what they go through and thing, right? They still have a hatred for you, right? So give me Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
And the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
And this is why the reason again we as a nation we fall in and thing like when we go and watch we and things we do and thing we're not getting any judgment for it we're not getting any judgment for it and thing like so you see brothers smoking and thing for since we are a youth man they get big they feel like to continue and thing like that not knowing again that it affecting you the another way kind of you're thinking that hey these things and thing like them but because you're not seeing no judgments coming for it you think you could do that and thing you think you could rob your brother and thing right you think you could thief from your brother and thing right and some people so they're so good at it that you're doing self new and you're doing self new the thieving from you and all too right that's tricky and all too it and to the same way and thing right so all these things again you know because of the judgment of the Most High and thing, and really and truly, when you go and watch like the Passover, you will see again that you know the Most High he wasn't swift to deal with the Egyptians and then he keep on sending that one and all the plagues he keep on sending and thing and like just keep on growing stronger in that wickedness and thing right and that's what the scripture saying they get more and more evil and thing right feeling that they could really walk over the children of Israel and thing like that. And because of that, again, this will they're not paying that penalty and things. So again, we have to keep the Most High statutes and commandments and things. Do ever feel that you know you want to walk that road and feel that, you know the day get away, the next year get away, next year and get away. You really just have to have that faith to serve the Most High and thing right, and not really walk down and take chances with the Most High and thing right because this is the scriptures here, and this is what happening to a lot of we. And thank God for the ISPK and all like I get spear and all too again because when you go and watch these things and all too, it's like you don't know where I'll be meeting sometime, you know, either was a carnival person and thing, and then after you know nowadays it's women like rain. I just like it when you go and watch everybody now in the ISPP is look for the Passover and thing. I'd be looking forward for the carnival every year when that come around. You want to hear nothing more Christmas. I want to hear nothing more Easter. I looking forward for my carnival and thing like that. And you know, when you're being out there and all too, these things and all too. Especially again, you know, so you're not following something the Most High set up. You're doing it every year, you know it wrong. And that's what you say. Because my sentence swiftly and thing, every year you could go back and not knowing sometimes when you go and watch Christmas, you see some people out burned down. You see some people now for carnival, they get HIV, AIDS, and thing, car accident, they're drunk from going these things and thing, and because other people you see them getting through, you know, could be the unguarded one that day, you lose your life and thing. Fight break out and thing, right? You got bottle to your head, end up with some brain injuries and thing the same way and thing, right? So again, all these things again, no matter seeing like you know, like you're seeing some people going these things and they're coming back home. Really and truly, you just stay from it and all too, and the next thing behind it, you just getting your nations and them weaker and weaker because again, this is not your culture, and you're really celebrating the things that the other nations and them and that way you're building the other nations and them and thing, right? And by God and then they gain it from them own nation and thing, and then after now they gain it from other nation, which happening to black people. Black people support every other nation accepting the things accepting them things what the Most High set up. And again, we God chosen people, and these things we should be looking to celebrate. But that's what the ISPK looking to keep this Saturday here, the 12th sundown, right? We should be looking forward to keeping the Most High Passover, not no Easter, not no Carnival, not no Christmas and then right. The Most High 56 Passover, right? Again, we should be looking forward for that, right? Feast on unleavened bread and thing, right? You know when you go in the let me go to Christmas. Exodus That's all.
That's like I said,
Go ahead.
I want to like so that's important. Okay, discuss first week, right? Important in terms of also we also talking about the that. Because as the law doesn't execute as people, right? It's when you know like I teach somebody that you teach. This is what the Lord wants you to do, or this is what the Lord don't want you to do. Unlike other people try to teach you, doesn't like tell you because you will get hurt or because you will get shot. But now a lot of people might be dead or tension and it's either looking real fit. You understand? A big six pack and the biggest chest. But that's why I actually give you teach. The reason why the Lord don't want to do it is because I can pour it, not because I consequences in it. Right? I think General bring that over so that check yeah, right? That explain that whole situation. So I would like to do.
Yeah. And that
job is to obey the Most High, not because we try to break it. Understand? Don't do it because that's what we just say the Lord and that's it. So,
yeah, and we didn't do that right way of think, because when you they come like that's like, you know, so now you're just trying to explain something to somebody, you're going to 15 minutes, 10 minutes to explain to somebody, and really and truly that's one easy cut and thing like that. And just say right, they say that's the reason why this the Most High say so. And just what it is, the Most High says so. When and all right, yeah, in the scriptures he says so, and it really and truly that just eliminate all the extra thing you really have to go through. Yeah. 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 Correct. Exodus, that's no one. Right, so you go to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 21.
The book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 21. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill Salakia.
Yeah.
Book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 21. And Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. Verse 22. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until morning.
Right. So when you go on what this, you know, so this really the you know, when the Mosai the Terry again, when you go and Exodus 5 and 2 and it lead up to all this with Pharaoh again, that you know the Mosai asking Pharaoh was for me to keep a 3-day feast and thing, and he refused to keep it. And then after now you go and watch now the Mosai again now the Mosai keep on warning him again. He ain't taking heed to the Mosai and thing, right? So again, even with the Mosai, even with the other nations and all too, again, still with the other nations and thing, he still didn't want to reach where he had to reach and thing, right? Because again, we had in this and all too again, right? So now you will see again that even with the children of Israel, you will see that again, even when the Mosai having we back and all too, we still had was to obey the Mosai. So it's like, you know, really and truly Mosai could have just wipe out the Egyptians, but he still let me know, hey, nah, this thing not just so and all too and thing too. Say, hey, or you still have to Or you still have to do this and all too. So the other nations, he was warning them, and they could do it. He didn't have to go through all these things what Moses was doing to Aaron and they could have just do it one time and thing, right? So even that warning and all that, you're still having mercy, but there's still one thing here and all too. And I just show again that we have to we really have to pay attention to the Most High and also again that sometimes with the thing again, you know that's quick to execute your brother for doing something wrong, right? And they're showing again somebody that the Most High didn't like and all too. People he consider heathens and all too. You're still having mercy with them until again he get further up and he execute his judgments and all too again. I said at the same time again, you still don't want to be making yourself go through all that to really get yourself in that problem, right? And when you go and watch through this now in verse 22 and all too again, that you see all the Mosai was still telling children of Israel, hey, you're going on, or you have to get that blood, or you have to go and kill that lamb. When you kill that lamb, put it on the doorpost on them and still whatever, let me and think this and do come outside and think whatever, because hey, you're going on. If I do this and think you're going on, you go die just like them they will die just like them Egyptians and all too if you disobey this and all too again. So even with the protection of the Most High, we still have to still gain orders, still to do other things, to follow the Most High, right? Where to verse 23?
Come, verse 23. For the Most High will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Most High will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto the houses to smite you.
So when I go on what you see more that thing we had to do this and all too. So again, we will get destroyed with also with the Egyptians and all too again, right? So again, all that order and thing too. But even with the Mosai, he already know the Egyptians, he know the difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. Somehow today we might know the difference between my Egyptian, my Israelite, Ethiopian and thing, right? And thing like due to some of the culture, but say like stand by just one thing, might know one thing, right? Or the Mosai, he could pinpoint straight that hey, these are the Egyptians and them, but still that he's still letting you know that hey, you Israelites, my people, or you still have to obey this order while passing here, right? Go ahead.
Verse 24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when you be come to the land which the Most High will give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service.
So again, this is now happening here now. So we scatter and all too again, right? When I think I don't matter which part we is right now, we have to keep the Most High and Passover. So all who can make it to Atlanta and thing, right? In the United States, and thing, no matter what thing, we still have to keep the Passover. Which part again we will be keeping the Passover this Saturday here at Morris Street Point 14, right? Jamaica will be who in Jamaica can reach Atlanta, they will be keeping the Passover in Jamaica. We are St. Lucia, we are Haiti and thing, right? So we still keeping the Passover. This is the scriptures here and thing, right? Again, thank God that people again now doing these things with the ISPK again. Now really coming back to the scriptures and things, and that's to show that again we have to come out of the Christian church and things like that. Again, plenty we never see no roast lamb and thing, right? And really nice and thing how the Mosai again the sweet we different and even with orders and also when you go in the scripture they will tell you how again with the roast lamb how the Mosai want we to do certain things, not compared to other nations eating meat raw and all to say the Passover you go tell me that hey you have to season up the meat and thing, right? And you see now that again now this is something again black people should be doing, not following these other nations and thinking that you know what you can eat all you want and also even with the lawful animal which we have like lamb, goats, turkey, chicken and thing again, all these things we still have to do as the most I say with these keen animals, we still have to season up with meat and eat it and thing, right? And not even no half cooking the meat and all to the same, right? And thing and prevent you from getting sick and all too. So that is the order the most I give, right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 25. And it shall come to pass when ye come to the land which the Most High will give you according as he had promised, that he shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? Then ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshiped.
Right, and again, this is something every Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians should be knowing again the Passover and thing, right, when the time come around again. But because of the Christian church, because of the Christian leaders and thing, they're all about the pocket and thing, right? Not knowing the Most High Passover, not knowing the Most High Feast on Unleavened Bread and thing, right? Not knowing how to eat that roast lamb and thing, right? Not knowing how to eat that bake without yeast or any rice in Asian baking powder and thing, right? Not doing that, hey, you never eat unleavened bread in your life as yet, and now you get any chance to eat unleavened bread and all too, right? So again, and you get any chance now to eat that roast lamb and thing, right? Not the roast lamb you're accustomed buying in your restaurants and them, right? Now your barbecue roast lamb and thing, right? The Most High roast lamb, and you know you feel good every year that you know you can eat that lamb, and you know your children could eat it, and then after you could invite other people just as you see, and you know you're keeping that ordinances that the Most High and thing, right? And you learn the history, you know that again that you know this is what happened here. The Most High quite difference between we and the Egyptians and them, right? That again we is not like them, right? And thing like we have a different spirit, we is the Most High chosen people, right? Go ahead.
Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Most High commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Most High smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all the servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, but there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Right, and when you go and watch this again, the same thing happened again. He warned them, they didn't take heed, he sent the plagues on them, they didn't take heed to the Most High plagues on them, he sent, right? And again, he didn't want to reach the way it reached, but he had what to do it, because again, he just asked them a simple thing. Hey, let my people go for 3 days feast so that they could come and serve me. But again, he didn't want to do it. His heart was hard, and now he paid the repercussion, I guess, for his whole nation and thing, right? And people pleading with him, and they just to show something again that you know you don't want to hear the Most High. Your family could pay the price for it. So sometimes you feel you could break the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments. One man don't want to hear. But again, your family could end up paying. Your family could end up paying for that and all too. But you doing that because again, your son is you and all too, right? So you have your son, that you. Your son could pay the penalty for you breaking the law and all too again, right? Under the like you know the children of Israel, right? So when the Most High give we a law, we have to keep it and all too, right? So again, we have to watch these records and things to show again, and that's just to show again these are the nations again that you know. The Most High, these are the nations, is we enemies and all too. So all these things again was going through them. They still want to have we in bondage. They're going through a lot of scrupulous behaviors, and still they want to have the children of Israel in bondage. And it seems today what happening again that you know we really have to come out of Babylon and all too again, right? When you go and watch this again, we being oppressed. Again, so nothing different you see in what happening here in Egypt again that no Christ really had to come and save we and all too, because again when you go and watch again, we have no nation, we have no we're not as a nation, we have no military, we have no economy and thing, and all the other nations that's taking advantage away and all too. So again we have to come back, keep the Most High statutes and commandments. But all these things that's showing as a record, if we keep these things, this will happen here again. That have many records that show that again the Most High went against these other nations and them, right? With men telling them, hey, wipe out these other nations. He do it with Saul, he tells Saul, wipe out the Amaleks and them. and kill everybody. As you happen here, we see it with the Egyptians and all too, and have many other records again. You see it with Samson. Samson kill out plenty of the Philistines. We see it with David again. He kill out a lot. And all to the same way again, to the same way that spirit and all too again, right? So again, we go on watch these things again. The Mosai again always have the Mosai, the children of Israel back by we keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not keeping it, these things will happen to we. We'll go through a lot of oppression and things like that. Now we realize the thing we didn't keep in back then, we have to now come back and keep these Mosai laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Go ahead.
Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, Rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Most High, as ye have said.
Right, and again, when you go on with this thing, you gotta keep these records on them. Don't forget these things. Keep it, teach it to your children, and thing, right? And let them know when the time come around and thing, right? Don't take it out there, go towards that. Hey, you feel I fed up being an Israelite. I fed up being in the ICPK. I fed up them ICPK people feeling that they could tell the Christian church or you don't have the truth and thing like that. Again, when you go want or you don't have the truth and all to go, you go want you not follow anything to the Mosiah saying and all to. So yes, this is the thing I go and watch. Yeah, what with the Mosiah saying, because that's what you say, tell your children and children, tell their sons and them sons. So yeah, the ICP have a right to say that they are not affiliated with any Christian church, they're not affiliated with any Muslim mosque and thing. When I go and watch, the Muslim must keep in feast days, but women getting raped and thing, right? We not keeping we keeping the Mosai feast days, and we sure no woman again raped and thing too again. So again, we have to keep the Mosai laws, statutes, and commandments and thing, right? Throughout all the generations and to right, and continue doing it, right? Then we go to verse 11. I think that will be the last scripture for the night, right? So I think that's to show again that we is not Africans, as the scripture saying, and even with history and all, go show you that and all too, right? So give me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 6 and 7.
The book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 6. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there is none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Most High that put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So again, that's what they happen here again. So when you go through the whole thing, the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Egyptians, they didn't want to keep we. They didn't want to make we keep up the Mosai feast days. The Mosai warned them to keep on talking to them. They didn't want to listen. The Mosai, you're gonna do the destruction. He tell you what to do. That again, that we go we have to put blood on the post on them. So now you go wipe out the Egyptians and them. Now the Egyptians get wiped out. But then take heed to it. The find that wasn't enough. They decided to chase we. Now we have to eat. And this is how the lamb come about and think that we have to eat it fast because we are on the move. We in the wilderness. Same thing with the unleavened bread. They not like how we bake bread, like how we usually bake it and thing, and they leave it to rise. We are going to eat it fast and thing. We didn't have no time for it to raise and thing, right? So that's how it is here. And thing I say they get the Passover, now you eating your lamb and your feast on unleavened bread and thing I say we are the move from the Egyptians with the Mosai did to them, wipe out all the firstborn. The cry the cry out a loud cry. That's mad in among the people died in Egypt and thing like that, They're like, hey, when you really love somebody, and thing like that, and they die and thing too. You cry, but not just like they know they love somebody and think they actually know who make that person go on from them. They know the Mosai, and now they want to punish they want to punish the Mosai, but they can't punish the Mosai, but they can punish the Mosai children. And the reason why they went behind the Mosai the nation is because they know that God chosen people because of all the things there was, all the plagues on them. You see the difference between what Moses was doing, and it was not happening to the children of Israel, but it was happening to the Egyptians and them, right? And because of this now, this is now we had was to flee again, because they died in the eyes of the Most High. They died, right? And now they're mad and things like, but all the loved ones gone. I know, like anybody had to go on to avenge the loved one because they didn't die of natural causes and things, right? Because Moses Pharaoh hardness, they didn't want to listen to the Most High. I see now thing and the revenge, and this is the reason now we had was move and be on the run, eating the lamb and the unleavened bread and thing, right? And thing like that. This is history again. We should be when we just as the scripture say, we sons and we daughters and them know. Hey, when this time come around about when we go, they're gonna know to keep this with the children and all too when that time come around. And this is the only place now to be the only place doing this, right, with the ISUPK and thing, right? And again, no other school, no RUIC, no GOCC and anything, right? The only school you should be looking forward is the ISUPK, right? Home of the truth and thing, right? Where everything started, right? Now that I'll pass over the class to priest and officer Makoya, Officer Maipa.
This is the ISPPK security announcements. We are the ISPPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant Johnny Hunt. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. After 6 months, if your brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and it's pronounced Maishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the 56th annual Lord's Passover, right, which will be held in Atlanta, Georgia, right? On Wednesday the 9th is the Lamb Slaughter and the Round Table of Truth. On Thursday, April 10th, will be the Kids Party and Scripture Breakdown. On Friday 11th will be the Hebrew Academy Graduation and the All Black Party. And on Saturday, April 12th, right, will be the Lord's Passover, right, at the Marriott Marquis Ballroom, right, from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. And on Sunday, April 13th, will be the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? And also, if you're in Trinidad and you can't make it to the Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, United States, you could come to number 1 Morris Street, Point 14, right here in this building, right, on April 12th to celebrate the Lord's Passover with us, right? And reminder to Aquatium and to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like headband or scarf. And with that, we say, I imagine. We're going to stand and face the east, and we're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabasamaya, Padash, Aya, Shabka, Yahawa, Malawaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Aya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Aya, Mashamaya, Natan, Nanawa, Nakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kawawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Nawa, Wala'a, Tabiha Nawa, Wanasaya once, Abal, Outside Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, wa Ha'ala, wa Taparak, wa Iwalomim, Aman.
What we just said, our Father,
Father,
which art in heaven, be thy name,
hallowed be thy name.
your power, thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be
thy
done,
will be done,
good,
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread,
daily bread,
forgive us,
and forgive us
our debts,
our debts,
forgive our debts,
and we forgive our debtors.
lead us
Because it is
not
not in temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory, forever.
be it
So be it. Amen. Sir, men of Israel, let's give the teacher a 150 salute. Madam Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh, Shem, Shem, Yaya Mata. Sir, let's give the sisters online a 150 salute. Madam Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh, Shem, 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 Yaya Mata. Class dismissed.